now we're going to begin to introduce the whole idea of antiderivative. So, we're not quite evaluating the integral straight up yet and using a formula to get the antiderivative. We're working backwards. So I'm going to just number these, and I'm going to match them up here. So the idea is this means antiderivative. So which one of these is the antiderivative of that? In other words, if I take the derivative of these, which one will give me this here? So let's take the derivative number 1. That would be 4t cubed minus 8t plus 0. Derivative of a constant. C just represents a constant, would be 0. So you'll see that matches up right here. This one, 24t squared plus 16t. There it is. And then 12t plus 12. There you go. Same idea over here. Nothing really too bad about this assignment. Big thing here though is just realize that this means the antiderivative, and we're working backwards. It's kind of a method you could use later on to double check that you did the right antiderivative is if you take the derivative, does it bring you back to that same spot? Okay, match each indefinite integral. So let's just number these. So I'm going to take the derivative of this here and figure out which one it matches. So derivative of 8 cosine will be negative 8 sine 7z minus 5. And then we have to do the chain rule, remember, so times 7. Derivative of c is just 0. Negative 56 sine, I was going to write cosine. And that's going to be right across from that one, number 2. Derivative of sine is just cosine. Don't forget your chain rule. So which one's that going to be? That looks like, be careful here. They both have 56, but 8 is on the inside on this one. Right, so this one's going to be number 1. So that leaves you number 3 here. You can double check it by just finding its derivative. And that's the idea. Remember natural log, how it, how to take that derivative 1 over the inside times, I'll just do this derivative real quick, 1 over the inside times the derivative of the inside. And that just goes into the numerator. And I think you can factor out a 3 from the top and the bottom. I'll just go ahead and do that. 3 times 4z plus 1 over 3 times z squared plus 1. 3's cancel, and you're left with 4z plus 1 over z squared. No, that should be 2z squared, because that was a 6 there before. And let's see, that would be this one here, right? So that's pretty much it. You're just taking the derivative, working backwards here. And I think in the next unit, we're going to be looking at the formulas and how to actually do the antiderivative.